Hi there, this is Jack from Renton Home Solution. Are you currently having a loved one pass away and you happen to be the heir for the property, an inherited property? So, first of all, I am, sorry for the loss of the loved one, but it's time to get the emotional feeling, away and deal with the property that you inherited. We recently got a call from one of our clients about exactly just that. Her mother-in-law passed away, and the property has a will to her husband and brother, and they are thinking to sell the property in Maple Valley. I think 98038. But we buy property all around the area, Renton, Kent, and whatnot. So not about the property, but want to talk about what we have and what you should look for in our website, angelhomesolution.com, and let me walk you through there. Here we go. So we were actually told her several options that you could take also. Look like they are not in a real hurry in terms of timeline, but just don't want to deal with the property, extra property and whatnot, and extra mortgage. So we told her to consider, maybe listing with an agent to get the most out of, the property. If money, is the number one thing, or she could rent out the property, and keep the cash flow every month. That could be a really good option as well. And the third option is, of course, working with one of us as direct buyer. Number of home every month that we buy our inherited property, with tenant or without tenant or vacant. There's a lot of homeowner decide to work with us just because the convenient and whatnot that we offer. But anyway, if you are considering alternative option for whatever your need is, come to our website. We have a breakdown compare here. Hopefully you can see. So the compare is in the menu right here. So click on that. We have a breakdown on what are the options selling to with an agent and to us. Seller that we talk to, see it happen to understand this a little bit also. Understand that with an agent, there won't be any set price and set timeline of closing date, right? So it is a guesstimate and see what the market take you to. And we also have some posts on how to select a good agent, in our blog post as well. To go to our blog post right here down below, click there, and it will take you to several topics that we have been published throughout the year. One of them is option for your real estate issue and here at home, and what's next, what should you do, right? So I will walk you through in specific about this blog shortly after. And we have a lot more as resource for you, how to find a good real estate agent. If I click on that, first of all, be careful on the most advertised agent. Usually they're working for the big firm, and big firms spending dollar each month to ensure their visibility. Agent backed by the most promotional dollar aren't always the best, right? So be careful on that. And the best way to find good agent, is really the real review. Not talking about online review, those can be manipulated, but real review, you can reach out to the agent and ask for 3 reference and whatnot, current client that they work with and past client that they work with, and ask them good questions. So put in the Google and just type the agent name and review and see what come up, and you could learn about the agent really shortly, and reach out to the Northwest MLS and ask them about the agent, what their current transaction, what they're working on, how many have they done, and from there you probably get a lot of insight and credential of the agent as well. Ask how are they planning to sell your home, right? And somehow they want just to say some music to your ear and get your business up front. And backup is to reduce the price if it doesn't sell. Talk about that upfront. Pose a question if the house is not sold, and reduce the commission to 1% if the price has to be reduced, right? So that really put the agent on spot to really give you a realistic number, not just a number that just drag you into list with them. And there's a lot of flat fee agent and low fee agent. Always keep in mind got what you pay. The cheapest not always the best in that scenario. So pick the agent carefully. And if for some reason you don't want to deal with agent, you cannot have time. We're here, we buy cash and quick. Usually we can close within 7 to 14 days. And with inherited property, sometimes it has to go through probate and whatnot, get the court approval and whatnot. We are flexible and we're the expert. We have our title and escrow agent that specialize in that, and everything will be coordinated accordingly. We are super flexible. You want to close fast, we can close fast, and as soon as the paperwork is ready, we'll pull the trigger and get you all the cash on your hand as soon as possible. So that is the agent side. And obviously, if it is a current rental, I'm now going to inherit that property blog post that we do. And we're saying investment is only as good as the manager, right? So if the property is currently rented and you are planning to keep it as a rental, being the landlord, make sure you have a good plan on how to manage that property, pick up the rent and whatnot, and paperwork, and deal with the hassle of tenant and toilet and stuff, right? Just want to make sure you have things planned out. But back up a little bit, make sure several things. One, you inherit the property, make sure you get the mortgage paid, and also property tax and whatnot pay off too. Don't let it lapse, right? It could cost you credit and also losing of the home. So be careful on that. And property ownership could cost money, right? Inherit property, as we see throughout the year, they're not the most pristine property. Mostly they need some maintenance, some tenant love, right? So a little bit work, upgrading and whatnot. So prepare for that, considering hiring professional property inspector to give you a rundown on what will happen, what you need to work on in the next 5 years and whatnot, right? And estimate the cost. So could be expensive at time. Selling a property with yourself, with an agent and whatnot, could cost top dollar, right? First of all, like rehab and upgrade kitchen and repair and all the stuff. Make sure it is curb appealing, everything looks good, attract the end buyer. So those are the things that we normally do. If you don't want to deal with contractor, in fact, we make blog post. In that blog post, you see some key to run a successful rehab, right? If you want to tackle the project yourself. But if you don't, we buy property as is in any condition. Any property, any stuff that left behind, we'll take care of all of that. You don't have to move anything that you don't want to. Go back to the property could be very emotional, so we understand all of that. And make sure you take care of Uncle Sam. They want a piece of the pie, even though the owner passed away and now the heir take care of the property. Uncle Sam wants some of that, so make sure you discuss with your tax and legal professional. We have CPA, we have EA, enroll agent that specialize in all of that topic. So if you are looking for resource, just hit us up, and then we happy to connect you to, right? Oh, on this line also, with the agent, if you are struggling finding a good one that you can trust, we work with agent also, after we rehab the property. So I would be happy to connect you with our agent as well. They're not working for us. We just have a great, business relationship, and I trust their service, and they've been proven. So if you need that resource, just hit us up, and we're happy to share that. Consider all your options, right? So the lady that we talked to, we told them, about all that three options. If she decide to go with cash buyer like ourselves, we'll pretty much guarantee, the price we are the best. With all the network that we are building throughout the year, we were able to get stuff done and perform. Usually, be careful also with the buyer. They could come up front to the price that will appealing to you, just like an agent would, but they could not perform at that price, and they are planning to renegotiate. With us, we don't negotiate, right? We try to come up with the price upfront that work for you and work for us, and if that feasible, it is a win-win situation. We'll move forward with the contract. Otherwise, we'll be straightforward and upfront. So that is the topic about inherited property. I hope it is a good resource for you. Feel free to reach out. As I said, we have a lot of resource, and if you need a lawyer, we also have a great lawyer that deal with probate. Check us out on the website, and if there's any questions still, please give me a call, and we're happy to take care of the situation for you. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.